really, when you look at what the Poet Laureate speaks to, it's really part of the, I think we have a very strong literary movement going on in Colorado right now, and I think that energy and that enthusiasm for the written word and for what it can mean is powerful. Now, this is a 4-year term. Did they tell you that, Joe? Oh, sorry. But to be selected, the candidate has to have an extensive body of work. We always try to make sure that the subject matter has, at least a significant amount of it is reflective of Colorado or specific to our state. And the quality is demonstrated through a variety of awards and other forms of recognition. The laureate has to have the ability and the interest to promote poetry throughout the entire state. And that involves attending events, visiting schools, giving readings throughout Colorado. And support for the Poet Laureate's activities are provided by local program hosts, again, from different parts all over the state. Colorado Creative Industries, out there making sure that there's resources, and the Colorado Humanities and Center for the Book. I could not be more excited to announce our new Poet Laureate, Joseph Hutchison. Joseph is a Colorado native who lives in Indian Hills, up in the foothills. He graduated from the University of Northern Colorado and holds a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the University of British Columbia. He has published 8 chapbooks, 7 full-length poetry books as a writer, and 2 full-length books as an editor. His poems have appeared in American Poetry Review, The Nation, Chautauqua Literary Journal, Poetry Now, Poetry Salzburg Review, The Little Review, Yes Magazine, and many, many, many more. His stunning works have helped open up Colorado's storied past with new insights and new perspectives. And I think we are tremendously fortunate just to have such a poet in our midst, but also to be able to look forward to what his contributions to the state are going to look like. But without further ado, let me introduce our new Poet Laureate, and White Melody is here as well. I should make sure we recognize the muse. Our new Poet Laureate, Joseph Hutchison.
Here's one. My wife, Melody, is a yoga teacher, and we go to Mexico every year for her yoga fiesta. That's yogafiesta.com. And we saw this actually on the beach. It's rendered almost exactly like it happened. It's called Black-Footed Albatross. Just where the sliding tide shreds into whitest tatters on the shore, an albatross stands, draggled wings cranked wide, the feathers like charcoal streaks fanned out in the late day wind. Each foot a splash of ink on the sand. We creep close, near enough to touch, and snap his picture. A boy prances and flaps his arms, but the bird doesn't scare. He stares out to sea, shadows stretched thin on the wave-pummeled beach, beak uplifted like a brujo's stick finger. He must be dying, someone says. But this creature's never heard of Coleridge. When the time feels right, he thrusts himself 2 quick steps forward and up, lifting and veering over the swells close in, then the far white caps. The next day he's back, jet-eyed, serene. A private right? Or is this silence a kind of annunciation, saying, wake up, there are many worlds in this world, each alive with many gods. Mine go by names, your tongue is too thick to pronounce.